Welcome to day 4 of the tour of the Sunshine State. Now I'm somewhere near Toowoomba at a truck stop where everyone is starting the 4th day, heading off to the finish north of Brisbane. Well, welcome to day 4 and the final day of the tour of the Sunshine State. We're here at a truck stop about 20 minutes out of Toowoomba for the start of day 4, and participants will be heading off towards Kilcoy and then on to the finish north of Brisbane. Cars are looking a bit dirty, but welcome to day 4 of this tour of the Sunshine State, and finally it's living up to its name. I think it's day 6 of the epic road trip. Not exactly sure where I am at the moment. Heading for, I think it might be the lunch break, I'm not sure again. Anyway, I'm heading to the end of section 1, just by whatever the navman tells me to. A place that I can't pronounce. Yeah, a difficult day so far. The navmans have been very difficult with me. The start was at a roadhouse about 20 minutes out of Toowoomba, and both navmans were arguing with each other about which way to go, and I chose the wrong one and ended up on back roads, minor roads, and even a dirt road at one point, when this was a major truck sort of roadhouse thing on a major highway. So I should have just been on a highway straight out of Toowoomba, but that's life. So a little bit of a frazzled sort of a moment to get there, and by getting there then I was there late and didn't end up filming that many of the cars because I was late. Anyway, I'm now heading off to the end of this section. Again, the navmans were not happy about it. One of them is really good at it. You can enter in just town area and say you want to go to that town. The other one won't accept that. It wants an actual address, and therefore you need to know the name of the street that goes through that town, and I don't know that. And I can look up the instructions and there might be a road in that town that I can enter in, and there was, but again it wouldn't accept those streets, they didn't exist, sort of thing. Eventually I found one that did accept, and about 100 k's away, an hour and 15 minutes according to the one navman. The other one doesn't give me that sort of information. So as you can tell, I'm a little bit frazzled at the moment, and I'm not sure how the day is going to go in terms of me trying to film it, because one, there seems to be a lot of cars dropped out, and I'm not filming the modern cars, so that's pointless. And I think a lot of shortcutting as well, so I'm not sure me going to the side of the road somewhere and setting up cameras is going to be of any great use, but I'll go to the end of this section and see how that pans out. Alright, I'll catch up with you a little bit later in the day. Welcome back to the day 4 of the tour of the Sunshine State. I am 40 k's out from the end of the first section, and I'm following a cattle truck with an interesting odour. It's travelling very slowly, and it's a bit of a sort of road you're not going to get past, so let's just cruise along. I suspect today is going to be a bit of a funny day because I just don't think I'm going to get many opportunities to film the cars. Certainly not going along the road. I think it'll just be the brake intersections, or maybe. Anyway, I'll live with the smell of this truck. And catch up with you a bit further down the road. Well, here we are at a control point at the end of the first section at Nanango. From here everyone heads off towards Kilcoy for a lunch break before they then head off to the finish. Are you just swapping seats as a...
We've just been courteous and swapping seats, but I'm going to have a drive shortly, I hope.
Well, welcome back to day 4 of the Sunshine State tour. I've just been at a place that I can't pronounce, and I'm going to another place that I can't pronounce, and I'm not having much luck today. It's sort of not gelling in terms of leapfrogging around the film. Half the cars had gone through that control point by the time I got there. I only got a couple more cars, and it's doubtful I'll get to the next one without the same problem. And the place I was planning to film later in the afternoon is now not really an option with no headlights, because I won't then get from there to the finish without the daylight disappearing on me. And with the cars getting more spread out, and with seemingly less cars around, anyway, it's just not going to work. So I'll go to this next point and reassess the situation. Just as I went round a roundabout back there in this little town, something fell off the car, and a local picked it up. So I went round the roundabout again. It's the sway bar link, so the sway bar is no longer connected. Alrighty. Okay, I'll catch up with you a little bit further down the road. And here we are at the control point at Kilcoy, where participants are arriving and will ultimately depart for the finish, which is just north of Brisbane. It's been a long 4 days of travelling the route of the 1969 Southern Cross Rally, and I'm sure everyone has had a very enjoyable time driving their classic old cars, rally cars, some cases modern road cars. How's the Renault standing up to it all?
Oh yeah, champion car, that one.
Is it?
Champion car.
That's what French cars are all about,
Exactly
is it?
right, yes.
Over the roads that were once used in the 1969 Southern Cross Rally, and other events as well. And for those who went in the 1969 Southern Cross, I'm sure that the difference in time would have shown how change has happened. Roads that were once dirt are now bitumen, and generally development that might have occurred. Well, welcome back to day 4 of the tour of the Sunshine State. I've just left Kilcoy, however you pronounce it, and I'm heading to the finish at Unpronounceable, and that will be the end of this event. It's been fun. It's been interesting. I've been places I haven't been. I'm in a world of pain. The determination. Painkillers will keep me going. Car's slowly falling apart with no headlights, no overdrive. And I was going around a roundabout a while back and something fell off and a pedestrian picked it up and waved at me, and so I went round the roundabout another time, and it was the sway bar link. So the sway bar's not working. But otherwise the car's cruising along. It shows that it's running on half of the temperature gauge, which is alright. It's pretty hot out there. And well, that brings us to the end of this event. I think we should thank the officials, everyone that worked on this event. Done a great job. An enormous amount of work has obviously gone into running it, which takes dedication, so thanks very much for all that. Well, this is it. We're on the final approach. The landing gear's down and the flaps are extended, and the runway's in sight. Well, it's 60 k's away anyway. So that brings me to the end of this video. I don't know how it will turn out, so we'll have to see on that. I'm Craig McBallard. Bye for now. Well, the old Triumph travelled just over 3,000 kilometres during this event, used around $800 odd worth of fuel, and got to the finish.